Hello everybody and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 where we're back for another city update. The first one of 2026 is released and it's all about California. So if you don't know what City World well actually before I get to that, if you've never seen a video like this, the first shot is always what it looked like before the update and the second shot is showcasing what it looks like after the fact. And if you don't know what City and World updates are, they're always free updates for all players on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation now, which, PlayStation users, this is your first City update release. Hopefully you're enjoying it. But what it does is it improves the satellite imagery, it updates photogrammic imagery, it also fixes issues within those areas. There's just a lot that goes on, and oh, this is a good one because there's a lot of great changes. Check this one out here, I love it. Look at, oh, it looks so good. Oh my. That's nice. Oh, I love it. That's why I always love doing these videos. It's always such a blast. So, the big, oh, I love this too. A lot of the areas with yachts and docks and everything, it always is just satellite imagery on the edge until now. Look how much better that looks. It makes it so satisfying to fly over these types of places in the world where it's like, okay, I know that's supposed to be full of boats, but I'm just seeing it get cut off. And it does that a lot. The other thing, too, in this area is photogrammic imagery doesn't like palm trees. So it creates these towers, and now look at, oh, this whole thing is, it's going to be so much nicer flying around California now because it was so annoying seeing so many of those pillars because obviously there's a lot of palm trees. Love this pier. But I love it even more after the fact. I thought it was really cool. They modeled it out, have the little wood supports going. If you look at the road and beach back there, you see a lot more of those pillars being removed. It just makes the beaches and everything else look so much more enjoyable to fly around. Here's a close-up of the park here, which you'll see more of what I was talking about. So many more of those pillars are removed, and it makes it look 100 times more satisfying to look at. Because if you've ever flown around LA before this update, you probably know what I'm talking about. So unfortunately, I mean, there's some changes that happen here at the Santa Monica Pier. But I was kind of hoping, that little pier that we saw earlier, I was like, oh man, Santa Monica must look really cool now. Unfortunately, it hasn't really changed much, except for the rides. They actually look a lot better. You can see that right there. The Ferris wheel actually looks like a Ferris wheel. Not sure why they didn't do anything with the outer part of the pier, though. It's the Vinewood sign, everybody. I know, it's Hollywood. You know what I'm talking about. If you played GTA 5, you know what I mean. But anyways, that's been upgraded a little bit. Looks a lot better than it did, because it was just photogrammic before. They also updated the antennas up there. Those look nice. Not sure why there's a tree in front of the D. I'm not sure if that's actually a thing, but either way, looks better. We've moved on over to San Diego, which again, doing a ton of work regarding the waterfront areas and piers. I mean, we got a whole new building that was unsunk from the water. But I mean, just the boats themselves. Oh, here's another example too. Piers have also been improved. These buildings are just floating on the water. It looks really weird. And then now they actually have what they're supposed to look like with the concrete around it. I mean, I got some new buildings in the skyline of San Diego as well. It looks so, I'm so, like, that's what makes me so excited about the City and World updates now, is because whatever happened before Tokyo, those updates were good too. There were some nice changes to it. But it seems that after Tokyo, the expanse of, oh, now I hit the microphone, the wide expanse that's covered now in these updates is really awesome. I can't imagine how much work it is. Here I found the edge of the new content, which you'll see right there. Imagine if you live right on that edge of that. So it's like, well, half my house is there. And then one final, I think this is the final shot of San Diego. You can see a lot of the underpasses, because that's the other thing too that's very common in the sim, is there's no gap between it. So they did a fantastic job of taking care of overpasses. They've improved bridges. added so much more photogrammic imagery. Here's another example of piers that have been risen from the sea as opposed to looking abandoned and flooded. Because when you're wanting to fly around places like California, you want to see all those cool details. You know it's all about boats and piers. And by the way, this is Santa Barbara that we're in currently. Which on Friday we're going to do a community flight over California if you want to join. The other thing I noticed too with the new imagery is everything feels like more colorful. It pops more. It looks more exciting to look at. It's not all kind of grayed out. Here's another random little overview shot where you can kind of see some of the new construction that has happened. And we'll take a closer look at some of the satellite imagery itself, because you can see some areas that were probably 2012 imagery being updated to very, very recent. But welcome to Oakland, California, where some things have changed. We have a couple new buildings in the skyline here. And also that apartment complex kind of in the bottom middle. But more so with work on the trees. And again, more waterfront stuff here in Oakland as well. Bring in new piers. Some structures that were sunk, like that brown one on the right that's about to disappear here shortly. Looks so much better. And again, the buildings have more pop to it. They're not grayed out, which is a great plus. This was a former, I'm assuming, dock type area that's being reconstructed into, I think, more apartments or condos. They did leave a little bit of that old warehouse on the end there, which is a nice touch. Looked better when the whole warehouse was there, but you know, that's just my opinion on that. The other thing too, that similar to the overpasses, bridges like to have a bunch of blobs and stuff there. Look after the fact. Oh, it looks great. Even fixed up the road and railway on the edges of the land and the water there. Which again, it's just, I can't imagine how much work goes into these types of updates. And the fact that they're free is always awesome. And this is outside of San Francisco. I checked around there. I was assuming nothing would change too much since that already had an update. So this is north of San Francisco. It is tons of miles of new photogrammic imagery, which you can see the difference between the generic buildings and the new photogrammic ones. And of course, the nice updated crisp satellite imagery. Oh, it's looking nice. Ran into this random coastal prison or whatever it is, which you can again see the difference between generic plopped buildings and their photogrammic counterpart to make it look just like it does in real life. Also have the seawall that's popped up. Before it was just satellite imagery that you would see that from. And if you really like this monolith in the northern part of San Francisco, too bad it's gone after the update. I don't know what that was doing there, but makes the neighborhood look a lot nicer than the giant slide. There's that blue roof building way off in the distance. That one looked pretty cool too. I don't know what was going on there, but here's what else I wanted to talk about. With new technology, because again, this is 2012 imagery, you'll see that with the newer stuff, you can get rid of traffic that's on the road. So all you're seeing is the sim traffic driving around. Makes it look a whole lot cleaner on the roads, and I love that Bing Maps is starting to utilize that technology in the sim as well. We have a couple more shots here, and you might be able to figure out what's wrong in this image currently. And if you're saying that the bridge is missing, you are correct. Check this out. This is one of my favorite shots here. Look at the bridge that comes on in after the fact. Ooh! That looks so good! Oh my goodness. I love it. Absolutely love it. So, this next shot, because on top of satellite imagery, photogrammic imagery fixes, terrain also gets improved, and you'll see that here in the shot. So, we didn't cover everything. There's a ton to this city update around California, Just kind of wanted to show some highlights that I ran into. And I mean, look at that. The bridge is looking nice. The new texture on the rock. Love it. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed checking out the new city update available now for free for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation users. And yeah, enjoy, and I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.